Ladies and gentlemen, to talk about Thief from Square Enix, please welcome Stéphane Roy.
Bonjour, thank you very much to be here today to see Thief. My name is Stéphane Roy, producer of this amazing game, and we're from Eidos Montreal, the studio which give you the Deus Ex Human Revolution. So what you're about to see today is really not a prequel, it's not a sequel, it's really our reinventation of this classic franchise. This demo is in few hours in the game, and what is going in this demo is there is this big city, and this city is ruled by the Baron, and this city we call it the city. And the Baron is a kind of control freak. He likes to control everything, and the population is sick about this situation. So enough, it's enough, and they decide to start a revolution. So it's the perfect opportunities for Garrett. Garrett is our main character. He is the master thief. So it's the perfect opportunity for him to infiltrate the manor of the Baron. And he has one idea in mind, is really to steal this precious gem that we call the Heart of the Lion. So today, how we're going to play this demo, you are going to see a mix of stealth and aggression, but keep in mind you can play this game like you want. According to you, if a thief is a ghost, you can play like a ghost, and you can even play it in a non-lethal way. Bonne chance, monsieur.
The city riots are out of control. Seems the poor and the sick are tired of their iron leader and his future promises. A useful distraction. Northcrest Manor. Somewhere in here rests the Baron's precious heirloom. The Heart of the Lion. I don't know what it looks like, but I do know it's priceless.
Eyes on me! You're here to stop that mob reaching the Baron. If those scum break through the gates of Northcrest, that's where they'll fall. Stand firm and Northcrest holds tonight.
There are plenty of guards here, but with the mob on the way, they won't be expecting me.
So first thing I would like to bring your attention to the bottom left of the screen. Shadow is really important in this game. Shadow is your friend. If you want to feel really powerful, stay in the shadow. So on the bottom left, when you're in the shadow, the light gem is dark. And if you go in the light, we're going to let you know that, yes, you're about to be detected. So you should move a little bit.
How did that get doused? We don't want to die tonight. Not like some cheap lifter.
The sound is really important for that type of game. So, for example, if you walk in the water, you're going to make more noise than if you stay on the grass. So that's why here, we're going to, let's say, remove the guard to make sure that he will not see us. So we have this new feature in the game, we call it the focus. And we can use it in a multiple way. So what you just saw is by using the focus, it increases your aiming capacity, your aiming ability, let's say.
Let's move. We'll have better coverage of the gardens from the balcony.
Right. I'll take the far side. I bet there's blood running in the streets tonight. Can't count how many graven scum I saw out there.
You can't count your own thumbs.
Shit, if I was born a clever man, I'd not be here. Someone will tell stories on this night.
This is our pickpocket feature. And just here, we
You
just
have
use the
something?
swoop.
This waiting is killing me.
Very powerful from shadow to shadow.
What I do.
I don't want to friggin' die. Stay alert, all right?
All right, here, you can see that just under the guard there is an oil patch, and we have fire arrow. So I'll let you imagine the kind of fun you can have by using them together. Not today because it's going to be a little bit too chaotic, but you should give it a try when if you have chance to test the demo in our booth.
This
Bowman!
waiting is killing me.
Anything comes
There's a
over
target.
those walls, put a bolt through it. Watch these gardens like a hawk. If a mouse farts, I want to know about it.
Yes, sir.
I wonder if this turns off all the water in the gardens.
So for us, it's really important to give you a lot of opportunities. So by turning off this valve,
Couldn't hear
you're
a
going
damn
to shut
thing.
down all the water in the
Never mind
gardens.
the fountain. Keep your eyes on those walls.
So if you sneak around, you're going to see that it's going to reveal a secret entrance. Here it's another way out to use the focus. You can see where it's going.
Walking in through the front door isn't my style anyway.
So here, by using the focus in the pickpocket feature, it gives you the capacity, the ability to grab a lot of stuff at the same time. So it's really powerful. Another way to use the focus is to reveal some object that maybe you may have missed. So for this one, this is a puppy, and the puppy helps you to replenish the focus. The focus is not self-regenerated, so you have to manage it. And if you want to regenerate your health,
On the way, and he's not
it's
even
the food.
here.
Digging himself a ditch to hide in. What am I saying? He'll make someone else do it for him. Die by the sword or the friggin'
Where have you
glue.
been?
That's my luck.
Captain will gouge you if he finds out you left your...
You're here to take my place, Peter. I have to secure the cellar, so stay out of my way while I work on this trap.
Likely to go off in your face.
Just stand guard and shut up.
Again, the swoop, really powerful to go in the shadow quickly. And if you are the type of player that you prefer to stay in the shadow, the water arrow is really your best friend. It helps you to create your own shadow path.
Everything all right? Sound the alarm! It could be the Graven!
So as you can see
I'll find you
in
before you
Thief,
reach
we
the
also
barracks.
have next-gen dogs.
Not man enough to face me alone, Graven!
I know someone's there! Where are you? Die by the sword or the friggin' gloom. That's my law.
That box looks precarious.
Again, with the focus, you can see with which object you can interact, revealing maybe a secret. So for people who knows this franchise, you will be happy to see that the rope arrow is back. Very useful, giving you access to some area that you won't.
I'm in. Said the heart's secured in a hidden room. This is a big house. Maybe I should start in the library.
So thank you very much. That's it for today. Good job. So if you want to have more information, just visit thiefgame.com, and this game will be available in 2014. So again, thank you very much. Bravo, monsieur.
There are those that believe the perfect heist lies in the preparation. Some say that it's all in the timing, seizing the right opportunity. Others even say it's the ability to leave no trace behind, be a ghost. For me, it's simple. It's a way of life.
Joining me now is Stefan. We just saw the first demo
Yes.
of Thief running in action.
On play PS4.
That was on a
Right
PS4.
now.
That was a PS4 demo.
Yes, sir, man.
That's awesome. And you know, so many people have been waiting for the next entry in the Thief series. So we had a ton of Twitter questions here.
Okay.
So I just want to run down some things that people have been asking. Sid Dewin wants to know, do I have to play the other games in the series first, or can I jump in? And this is kind of a loaded question, right? Because there have been a lot of people that have been worried that you're going to make the series too accessible. How have you been balancing that?
You start very hard, eh?
Yeah, let's go.
So no.
We got 8 minutes.
8 minutes. All right, let's calm down. All right, no, you don't have to play the previous title if you want to enjoy this one. Like I said, it's a reinvention. We did our homework. We really respect the foundation of this franchise. If people are still in love with it, it's because there is solid foundation.
Yeah.
So I truly believe we respect them. But now it's our time to bring some new feature, you know. And I think that mixing all that together, it creates the Thief of today. So no, it's a very strong story, and if you don't know the previous title, it's not a showstopper anymore. No.
Very cool. Graham Davis wants to know, we saw a lot of classic Thief skills in there, and some new ones.
Yeah.
So we want to know about how customizable your skills are, what kind of movement abilities there are.
Yeah, and it's linked with your first comment about the fact, is it too accessible? And so, for example, the focus feature, it's something that I personally really like. It's really connected with the story. It's not a kind of gimmick. But that said, you're right. We received a lot of comment from people, strong gamer, and according to them, a Master Thief should not use focus. So, yes, we're going to give you the ability to just disable it in the menu. I would tell you, give it a try. It's not cheating using it. It's really to empower you. But I can understand, so yeah, you can.
For people who are a little bit worried about the focus ability, can you explain mechanically a little bit about how it works?
Okay, so it's really, I don't know, let's say you are a chess player and you're about to find the move, You focus on the board, the rest doesn't exist anymore. It's a little bit like that, trying to explain you. So it's like Garrett has this capacity to really push all this in concentration on somewhere. So for example, you are lockpicking a door and you can hear a guard is coming and you don't want to be detected. So if you use the focus, you're going to see in the mechanism, speeding up the process. If you use your bow, like you saw, the aiming ability is increased. Pickpocket, if I want this gorgeous glass, for example, but this, and this, by using the focus in the pickpocket, I'm going to grab multiple objects at the same time.
So are you activating focus whenever you want? How long does it last when you activate it?
Thanks to ask, yes, it's not scripted. It's up to you, and you have to manage it. It's not unlimited. So maybe you are going to decide to use the focus for the pickpocket, but you don't know what's coming in the next corner, so maybe you shouldn't keep it. But again, if...
Is that like a regenerating cooldown
No,
thing?
no.
Like...
It's like you signed the demo. There is flowers, poppy in the map, and if you find them after that, you can use them if you want. But you are going to make sure that you don't need it to understand where to go. So again, if you are that type of player that for you a Master Thief should not use it, you can do it.
Very cool. And is there a side effect there? You say like, I know a guard's coming, I want to pick the lock faster. If I'm just focused on the lock, is everything else still going on? Can I get caught by surprise if I'm focusing on the wrong thing?
It may happen, but if you are, aware about what is going and you can hear him, and if you focus, keep in mind it slow down everything. So it gives you time to move. We want to make sure that we don't want to punish you if you use it. It's supposed to increase your, you should be more powerful.
So talking about this thing, being aware of your surroundings, one of the things that people love the most about the Thief series is if I hang out and I listen to two guards, I'm going to listen to them for 10 minutes.
Yes.
Is all that environmental stuff still in there? We had somebody, Connor Monahan, asked, he wants to know how integral planning is going to be, because that was such a part of it. I'm going to hang out on this perch, I'm going to listen for 10 minutes, I'm going to look at everything and plan before I move. Yes, it's there, and because, for example, today the PS4 is so powerful, it increased this, we can now have, to kill the repetition, we can have tons of conversation, barks, comments. It's just amazing. The immersion is just great because with this, the next gen, we can push this. So you're going to be in this environment and you're going just to watch, listen, and maybe you're going to forget to make your plan because you're going just to enjoy to see what's going on in front of you. Yeah, that's awesome. So talking a little bit about using the stealth, you've talked about playing the game a little bit more the way you want. Yeah. You can play lethal, non-lethal, a little more action, a little more stealth. And some classic Thief fans look at it and they go, I don't know if I want to be getting experience for killing somebody. How can I allocate those points and how do I decide what style I play in and what gets rewarded, what doesn't get rewarded? So on our side, we want to give you a lot of freedom. So for some people, freedom, they think about, okay, I will jump I will run in the street on a car, it's just going everywhere. For us, freedom is really to let you play like you want. So if you are the type of player that you are a kind of predator,
I have no judgment. I don't want to judge you.
Yeah.
You want to play like that? Perfect. We're going to give you a lot of opportunities. So for example, this demo, go in the manor. How to do it, it's up to you.
Yeah.
So find a secret path or something like that, and after that, play it like you want. So if you are that type of player that you want to be a little bit more a predator, we're going to support you in this way. And yes, maybe you're going to fall in love with that type of arrow that is really powerful.
Yeah.
But the other guy, a perfect ghost, will use the other arrows, and that's okay. Freedom for us, it's really that. You play it like you want, and you choose the path you want also.
And are all of those different styles as developed? Do you lean more towards the stealth? Do you lean more towards the action? Like, can you upgrade being a predator more than you can upgrade being a ghost?
So, from my previous answer, I must tell you yes, because it's just what I told you. But that said, keep in mind, Garrett is a master thief. He's not a killing machine. He's not a soldier. So yes, you can, if you're more an aggressive player, you can go in this direction, but there is a limitation.
Yeah.
You won't be able to go in the middle of the garden, hey, come on, come to try me. No.
You're never gonna get to a point where it's like, all right, 15 dudes, let's do this.
No, bad idea.
Yeah.
You're gonna die, I guarantee.
Yeah.
But if you want to feel really powerful, you can, attract them, use your blackjack, make noise on the wall. The guy, what is that? Coming, bang, no noise. Bring this guy in the dark corner, and you're going to clean the room. It's really powerful, but not in the same way that you have this big armor with all these weapons. Yeah. It's different, not the same power. According to me, it's more addictive, but let me know.
Talked a little bit about arrow types, different arrow types for different styles. Yeah. Everybody's been asking about arrow types. Tristrix asked about, specifically, he brought up the water arrow to clean up blood. He brought up the moss arrow. Like, are all these arrow types that we're familiar with coming back, and what new ones are we going to see?
So, like you saw the rope arrow is back.
Yep, we saw the water arrow there.
Yeah, fire. The broadhead is really powerful if you want to take care with some enemies. Like you said, we have these very small arrows that it's more to kind of bait, to attract the guard and stuff like that. And I promise there is more.
Yeah.
Because I want to see you in the future, I don't want to give you all the information, but yeah.
Because we're bonding so much, and we do want to hang out again.
You can feel it.
I can feel it. There's a connection.
Yeah, there is electricity in here.
For sure.
I told you we want to support how you want to play it, and a way to do it is to giving you different type of arrows. It's not just that, of course, but it's support. Yeah.
Another question that came up a lot, in the third entry in the series. Missions got a little bit smaller as consoles were taken into consideration. Yeah. Environments got a little less varied and a little less deep. What's going on in the new Thief? Are we seeing a return to kind of the classic styles? How big are these missions now?
Yes, the next gen again. So we have freedom a little bit. This game is a story-driven game. The narrative aspect of this game is really, really important. So the structure is mission after mission, you're going to progress in the story, of course. But after each mission, you come back in your hideout. And this hideout is based in the big city. And this city is divided in different districts. So you're going to be able to visit, I think it's 2 or 3 districts of this city. Okay. So when you are in the city hub, it's really open. You go in the street, you run, you can enter in some building. You're going to have side quests. You don't have to do them in a specific order. It's really up to you. Okay. So I think it's a good mix between, let me tell you a very good story, mission, and when you come back, you want to have some side quests, jobs, achievement and stuff like that. The city hub is your best friend. And the environment is just, it's with the next gen, it's gorgeous. The immersion is just perfect. And you're going to have a lot of different environments. So, for example, this afternoon, the manor, it's really rich. Yeah. The Baron is proud of him, so it's amazingly, all the visual is just perfect. You can go in a warehouse, it's dark, and of course, a good thief game, it's always a little bit, sometimes it's kind of creepy. So yeah, we respect the DNA of the franchise.
Very cool. So finally, you were demoing today on a PS4.
Yeah.
If players pick up Thief on a PS4, is there anything special in it for them? Are there any PlayStation-related bonuses or extras that we're going to see?
This is what we're looking, but let's say, let's avoid to talk about business. Let's talk about the game.
Yeah.
Game, yeah. For example, there is this new controller that we have a lot of possibilities.
The controller is sick, man.
Yeah. So for example, one of the new features in this game is the swoop, the kind of dash. It's really, really cool when you play with it. And with this controller, honestly, it feels really natural that you just have to do a little move and you do it. It's really natural. It's a kind of extension of your own arms. It's so yeah. With next gen comes with these new features.
Are you using the controller in any other special ways?
Yeah, but we are working on it now.
Okay.
So I don't know if we're going to keep it. And probably the PR now is really nervous because I'm about to tell you something. But you know what? With the mic, because Garrett is a
Whistling.
Yeah, but also we have this. There is the candle, and we do that. And now we just want to.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Of course.
I like that.
And so we work on it in Montreal. It's kind of working, but now we have to adapt it because I don't want to, if you breath or something that.
Yeah.
And we have to see if it's too sensitive and stuff like that. But yeah, we are working very hard to. Last thing we want is to see you turning to disable it after 5 minutes because it's a gimmick. We want to make sure that it's really well integrated in the gameplay.
Yeah.
And it's increase your experience.
Well, that's awesome, man. I'm excited. I hope you guys keep stuff like that in. I hope you're adding more. The demo looked amazing. It was unbelievable. Guys, those were all audience questions. Remember that you can send those in. Just use the hashtag greatnessawaits. We will see them. You can also leave them on our Facebook. Earlier here today, on our live cast, Meredith sat down with Sony Computer Entertainment's John Kohler to talk about more specifics about the PS4 hardware. Let's check that out.
So John, you're a veteran of PlayStation and you've been around for quite a few launches. How does last night compare to previous launches?
Well, I like the word veteran because it shows I'm the old man of PlayStation, I think. How many E3s? How many E3s has it been now? But I was part of the PS2 launch and PS3 and PSP and Vita. And I think last night has to be at the top. And really, PlayStation 4 is at the top. There was such this emotional just tidal wave of people that love the price, love the used games, and love the game announcements. And people want to see PlayStation get back to #1. We certainly do, and really believe we will. But there's such a fervor in the community for that.
You know, and I'm so glad you brought up the used games because last night when we were watching it, it almost felt like we were teetering on like a standing ovation when they announced that the PS4 was going to support used games. How did you come to that decision, and what's the story behind that?
Yeah, so a lot of people are wondering how that came to be. It really hasn't changed. I think where we've stood with PS3 is where we stand for PS4. We believe in the gamer. We believe in their ability to own the game that they've just purchased. Used games help the broader ecosystem of gaming, and we think it helps us. We think it helps the gamer. We want more gamers to come into our community, and honestly, if they can take a game they bought and bring it back to a retailer and then get another game, maybe it's a new game, it helps us all.
Absolutely. You know, sometimes there's certain games that I'll hold on to for a real long time and I'll play them over and over again. But other games, it's like once you played it through once, you're like, okay, moving on.
Yeah.
And it's great that you can, you know, trade that in and get something else that you love.
Yeah, and a lot of people are wondering, well, did it have anything to do with other stances in the gaming industry? It did. This is our stance. Like, we stand for gaming, and we knew the gamer would really want this, and it's really not a change from where we stand. So it's just taking where we are with PS3 and bringing it to PS4.
All right, I got to get to the big boys. Hard drive. I want to know, how big is it, and is it removable?
So we have been getting a lot of questions about that, I guess, in the time since the press conference. So it's 500 gigs. It is removable. It's a removable hard drive. So again, not dissimilar from where we are today. So we wanted to kind of take that and bring it over. We think the hard drive will be important. Certainly be important for the digital assets that are going to become more and more important as we go through. But also I want to note that the streaming aspect of the PlayStation 4, similar to PS3, will be very important. Not necessarily require the hard drive as much. So I think the digital downloads will be important for the hard drive, but let's remember the video streaming part and streaming in general will be a really critical part of where we go with PS4.
Let's talk about a couple of the other features. I'm really interested in the share feature. You know, so many YouTube channels utilize live action gameplay in sharing their knowledge about games and cheat codes that I know I use on game walkthroughs. So talk to me about the share feature.
So sharing was born of seeing how many people were doing this on the Twitches and the Ustreams and the YouTubes, and it was kind of a surprise, I'll be honest. When I started looking at this a few years ago, I said, there is no way that we have, but we saw one person that was playing a shooter game that's well known, that had 1 million people watching him play right then. I said, this is incredible. And so we said, you know what, let's start thinking about how we integrate this. Sharing was born to really allow someone like you to take what you've done really well, the last 15 minutes of your gameplay, and put it up for the community to see. And I think it's fantastic, not only for cheat codes and things like that, but also for like the trash talking that certainly is part of sports games and action and shooter. And I think this is going to be such a big thing. We've made it easy. So if you've seen the DualShock 4, there's a button on there now, it just says share, and it allows you to upload what you've done. And you can edit it and whatnot. It's going to be, I think, an important thing. We talk about the social part of the PlayStation 4 a lot, and sharing is such a critical part of that.
Absolutely, and I'm glad you brought up the new DualShock because I noticed it has that motion sensor on the front. How does that work with the PS4?
So you're talking about the light bar?
Yeah, the light bar in the front.
So the light bar ties in with the camera. So it reads against the camera for a real precise location-based type experience. We didn't go a lot into the camera last night. In fact, we didn't really at all. We've talked about it in the past. So to answer your light bar question, it allows for location.
Okay.
The camera, because I know that's also a question.
Yes, how is the PSI going to work with it? Will there be a bundle?
Yeah, so we've changed the name. It's PlayStation Camera now, just officially. And the PlayStation Camera works with some games. It'll also work with various system features, which we'll be talking about as we go on. It'll be important, not required for any type of real experience, but it's certainly additional and recommended for some game experiences and others. So we'll talk about that as we go on. But the DualShock and camera relationship is a big part of how the camera operates.
Very cool. Talk to me a little bit about Gaikai and how that cloud feature works. I know we heard a little bit about the press conference last night, but just kind of reiterate how that feature works.
Gaikai was a purchase of SCEI or PlayStation maybe a year and a half ago, and it was done with a view to the future. So we saw that what Gaikai was building was an infrastructure to allow that kind of playing of games from the cloud, and that's a really, really important thing for us. As we go on, we really do believe that that's an aspect that's going to really enhance the disk space and the digital download portion. Just as we were talking about video streaming a few minutes ago, game streaming is critical too. Andy House talked last night about how our aspirations are PlayStation 3 games that can be played on PlayStation 4, on Vita, on PlayStation 3, and that's certainly true. So we haven't gotten into real timing, specific timing other than 2014, but it's a really important part of the PlayStation future.
Great. I know a lot of people are asking me, will their PlayStation Network accounts, trophies, will all of that be transferable onto PS4?
It will, yeah. So PlayStation Network's being made to seamlessly transition. I think even today, you talk about PlayStation Plus and what's available on PlayStation Plus today, it'll transfer over to your experience on PlayStation 4 in so much as your membership. So really, we're trying to make it as easy as possible. Again, going back to the original discussion, we're for gamers, let's make it easy.
Yeah.
Let's not make this difficult and go look in the manual and try and figure things out. Just seamless.
Great. One last question for you. Release date, when can I get one?
I think the best answer to that is holiday.
Okay, good. So ask Santa for one.
Yeah, so ask Santa for one, and I think everybody will be happy.
Awesome. Well, John, thank you so much. I really appreciate you stopping by.
You.